I've been obsessed with potions and alchemy since I was a child. No, I'm not saying I'm a witch or anything, but growing up watching magic shows and fantasy stories, especially those ancient Chinese ones with sects, brewing mystical pills, just made alchemy feel so mysterious and fascinating to me. Even in school, chemistry was my favorite subject. So, whenever I see a game that features potion making or alchemy, even better, if the whole game revolves around it, it instantly grabs my attention. Recently, I've been playing Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator, and honestly, it hits all the right notes of what I imagine a true alchemy game should be. From grinding ingredients, stirring mixtures, heating potions, to watching the potion travel across the magical map. It's everything I've ever dreamed of. This game is actually what inspired me to make this video. With that said, it's not perfect. While it nails the details of alchemy, the shop management part feels a bit shallow. You're supposed to be a potion maker and a business owner, but the business side of things isn't super deep. And when it comes to ingredients, right now you mostly grow your own materials. But wouldn't it be way cooler if you had to go out exploring, gathering materials, maybe even accepting risky commissions? If the devs ever make a sequel, I really hope they expand on those aspects. Speaking of potion making, we can't not talk about Harry Potter, right? Before Hogwarts Legacy came out, I had played quite a few HP games. Most of them focused on spellcasting, and barely touched on potion brewing. I always wished there was a game where I could really feel like a student at Hogwarts, attending potion class, following a recipe, experimenting a little, and maybe even creating my own powerful potions. So, when I saw the potion table in Hogwarts Legacy trailer, I got so hyped. But man, what a letdown. Yeah, there's potion making in the game, but all you really do is click a few buttons, wait a bit, and poof, potion's done. With today's tech, they could have done something so much more immersive. So please, Hogwarts Legacy 2 developers, I'm begging you, give us a proper potion making system. And now, let's talk about the poster child of alchemy games, Atelier Ryza. This game absolutely nails what an alchemy system should look like. You've got exploration, crafting depths, cute characters, and a cozy, feel-good storyline. And yeah, we've all heard that meme. 10 years of alchemy, no one cared. One pair of scythes, instant fame. Ryza's scythe may have helped the game go viral, but trust me, this game is way more than just eye candy. The alchemy system is incredibly well designed. Everything from your character's growth to your gear, weapons, even how far you can explore is tied to alchemy. You gather ingredients, craft better tools, use those tools to unlock more areas, which gets you to better ingredients, and so on. It's a perfect feedback loop. Eventually, you're crafting legendary gear, god-tier potions, and chasing the mystical philosopher's stone. Now, I did hear that the latest game in this series simplified the alchemy system quite a bit, probably to appeal to a broader audience. And honestly, that worries me. Because alchemy is the heart and soul of this series. The cute characters might draw people in, but what keeps players around is the satisfying crafting system. If you take that away, then what's left? I get it sometimes that developers want to strike a balance between accessibility and depth. And sure, if they replace that complexity with something equally fun, like deeper explorations or improved combat system, yeah, then maybe it could work. Like Fire Emblem Three Houses. It made combat a bit easier, but the rich character development and school themes mechanics more than made up for it. In another video, I mentioned I couldn't really get into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I'll admit this. Its alchemy system is surprisingly impressive. You gather herbs, grind them, choose your base, control the temperature, follow exact steps, and you do it all in first person. It's detailed, it's immersive, and it honestly made me feel like medieval chemists. Okay, maybe I do start to understand what fans love about this game, at least a little. Maybe someday, when I've made peace with starving, stinking, and getting murdered by bandits, I'll come to fully appreciate the rest of it too. Maybe. Now, if we're talking about medieval alchemy, of course we have to mention The Witcher 3. This game has so many reasons to love it. Amazing main quest, rich side stories, but one big reason I personally love, the alchemy system. As a witcher, your survival depends on potions, decoctions, and oils. Fighting a monster, you will need the right oil. Bleeding, poisoned, suffocating, there's a potion for that. Even upgrading the weapons and armor often involves crafting runes and glyphs through the alchemy. And how do you get the recipes and ingredients? Exploring, hunting monsters, completing contracts. Again, it's that satisfying gameplay loop. Sure, the actual potion making is still just a few clicks, but what you do before clicking, all that preparation, that's what makes it meaningful. And by the end of the game, when you decked out in Grandmaster gear, wielding enchanted swords, drinking high-tier potions, and heading off to fight a terrifying boss, that dopamine rush is unmatched. And hey, alchemy isn't just a Western fantasy thing. In Eastern cultures, especially in Chinese games, alchemy exists too, just in a different form. It's more closely tied to Taoism and the pursuit of immortality, often called refining pills instead of brewing potions. You can find that in Black Myth's Wukong. You can also see this a lot in cultivation games where you join a sect, level up your skills, and of course, refine all kinds of mystical pills. Amazing Cultivation Simulator is a great example for that. Even in martial arts RPGs like Tale of Wuxia, you'll need to brew healing items to survive tough battles. You have to solve little mini-games to collect ingredients, find or unlock recipes in order to make bad stuff. In GuJian 3, there's even a minigame that lets you control a giant hamster-looking creature to craft potions by choosing the right combos in the time challenge. It's goofy, but kind of fun. So yeah, alchemy might come from Asian tradition, but it's perfectly suited for modern games. Whether it's magical potions in the West or spiritual elixirs in the East, alchemy systems always bring an extra layer of immersion and depth. They give games complexity, charm, and often form a gameplay loop that's incredibly addictive. In fact, some games are built entirely around the concept of alchemy, and still manage to stand strong on that alone. As for me, I don't think I'll ever get tired of alchemy games. As long as there's a new potion to brew, a rare herb to find, or a secret recipe to discover, I'll be right there, grinding ingredients and chasing that philosopher's stone.